Good afternoon, this is Mr. Gee. I'm a math teacher in West Valley City, Utah. I teach at a junior high located in the Granite District. I've taught math and science for approximately about 16, 17 years, and I've been teaching math for the last 8 years. Uh, so this video will go over how to get to my website, how to download some of the files and programs that you need, and we'll also go over the Excel workbook and the different workbook pages that are located there and how to manipulate through them. The other videos that will follow will briefly show how to use some of the equation generators, how to generate linear systems, and how to copy and paste tables and graphs into Excel from Excel into Word. So to get to my math page, just go to Google and type in Mr. Gee's math page, and it should be the first one right there. And there's my math page, and then you want to go over to the UCET link. Take a minute for it to come up. And then once to the UCET page, you want to download the graphs and equations Excel workbook. It is in a zip file, so make sure you unzip it, save it to your desktop. Download Math Type 6 and install it. And also download the sample worksheet. You can download the presentation notes if you want to. And then another good one to download, and I don't know if I covered this at UCET or not, but the aerial snap. It's a tweak for XP that makes it behave like Windows 7, where you have the snap screen effect, where you can snap half of a screen to the left hand side and the other screen, half a screen to the right hand side. So download those three, install Aerial Snap, install Math Type 6. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Excel workbook I have here, and I want to go to the very beginning, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what's here. On the very first workbook page, there's a number line, there's a coordinate plane. Those graphs can be pasted in as picture enhanced window meta file graphics into an Excel or into a Word document. Each one of these workbooks, they have a place where you type in coefficients, and from typing in those coefficients, it generates an equation. Down here in this window is listed exactly what you need to type in and how the equation generator works. So this is pretty much standard for each one of the pages that I have. And let's look at the other page. So this is another equation. This is different from the other one, the previous equation generator, because I have variable terms like 5x and 4x versus having constants. You can see that the format is still about the same. The directions will be a little bit different. There's another generator here that has a variable term here and then a constant term. It's just a little bit different from the previous one. We go to the next page. I also have an equation generator that generates fractions, which kids absolutely hate. It gives them practice into distributing, clearing the denominator, and basically you take this equation and you turn it into the ones from the previous page. There's also compound inequalities that you can generate left and right hand sides to an inequality. There's a lower value for x and an upper value for x, and depending how you type those in will determine the variables that are found here and here. Let me type that, and that should be a -3, and we'll type that into be 8. You can see how those change. I also have linear equations. Type in 2 points, generates a equation in standard form and also one in slope-intercept form. I can type in the slope and type in a point. It'll generate an equation in standard form. It'll generate one in slope-intercept form. Both of these equation generators will give you a table. It'll give you a graph. And then I also have one for linear systems where I type in a common point that's the solution for both equations, and then I type in a different slope, and then it gives me the equations. It gives them to you in standard form, and it also gives them to you in slope-intercept form. This is just a variation of this one on the left-hand side, to where if you want to give students practice at getting fractional answers, that you can do that as well. I also have a page that does scatter plots, and out of all the pages, this is probably the most complicated to run. There's you have to set several parameters. There's a page, a little instructions on how to change the graphic layout, and then how to show the line of best fit if you don't want them to have the equation here, or if you don't want them to have the line. And then last of all, I have a sheet that goes over linear inequalities. So I think I've got, what, 6 or 7 worksheet pages here. That some of them are kind of the same, especially the ones that have to do with equation solving, functions with just one variable, and then you have the linear equation part of it. I haven't done anything with quadratic equations yet, or rational equations, and that's still in the works. And so this is how far that I've got it already. So make sure you download the workbook, Math Type 5. Why don't I open up Word right now, and I'll show you some particulars behind Math Type 5 before I leave. I think I got about a couple of minutes left. So I'm going to go here and open up Word. Once you install Math Type 5, it creates a ribbon in 2007, just like your other ribbons, like your home ribbon, your insert ribbon, and so forth. But with Math Type, you'll have your own ribbon. There we go. See the Math Type ribbon right there. And if I click on the Math Type ribbon, it gives me the ability to type in an inline equation. So if I click on that icon right there, just takes it a minute to load. I can type in a fraction, parentheses, and it just really gives a good feel to the problems that you type in. And then when I close this window, it has the equation. And then if I want to edit that equation, I just double click on it. It reopens the window. Now let me give you a brief overview of the Windows Snap feature. When that's installed, what it allows me to do is it allows me to take my window and make them half-sized. So if I'm typing in that problem right there into my Excel, my Word worksheet, I just double click on it. Let me make this half-sized now. Bump it over here to the right-hand side, left-hand side, and then you see this equation inequality right here. I can type it in. I just double click on the equation. Negative 1x plus 3y is greater than or equal to 5. So that's the benefit of having the Windows Snap. So I think that would be a good thing to install, just to kind of get ready for some of the other things that will take place through these videos. So with that being said, download Excel Graphs Equation Generator, Math Type 6, have it installed, make sure it's working in Word, download the Aerial Snap, and then also download the sample worksheet. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.